I saw a rat nearby. Let's kill it too. Where was it? Pouch. So difficult to steal his purse. What the hell has just happened here? What are all those people doing here? Your best bet is to talk to your uncle about it. You're finally back. Where did you wander when you were most needed? What happened? Some broke in and trashed my hut. Here is what happened. I told you I was going to Bodwin for the cure. It seems they must have been watching my hut for a long time. They knew exactly when the hut will be empty. How do you know there were several? Just look at this mess. Do you think one man can turn a whole hut upside down in such a short time? Where were you at the time of the break-in? I went to the inn to get some tea with spirits. John started to get a fever, so I thought I would help him. Okay. So what about Jordan? You see, here is the problem. Jordan disappeared. What do you mean he disappeared? I have no idea. I know as much as you do. I came back to the hut, found it a mess and no sign of Jordan. Do you find any traces? Nothing special apart from battered furniture and possessions scattered in the corners. I didn't find any blood either, so there is hope that your brother is okay. In that case, this needs to be reported to someone. Maybe the sentries will know what to do. Not a bad idea, but knowing them, I doubt they will lift a finger without an official order from above. The only person who can actually do something about it is the village elder. After all, he is the one who makes all the decisions in Silbach. While you're at it, go ask around. I can't believe no one saw or heard them dragging a big guy like that out of his hut. Alright. So you want to get rid of us already? I'm out of money. They have vandalized my hut, and I'm not sure if this was the last visit from uninvited guests. Understand me, boy. I don't want to my other nephew on my coincidence. It will be safer if you head into the city sooner or later. I'm not moving from here until Jordan is found. You do as you please, but Silbach is not a safe place. Do you have any enemies in the village? And where did you get the idea that an old fisherman like me could have any enemies? Maybe because I haven't seen you in a dozen of years. It's true, I used to have an extremely unfair competition, but I have been out of the profession for a long time. Besides, Jordan disappeared, not me. Believe me, boy, if anyone wanted to kill me, they would have had plenty of opportunities to do so long ago. And what makes you think the city will be safer than the village? Archolos is a huge metropolis and different people end up there. It is easier to blend in and start a new life there, even for newcomers. Besides, regular units of city guard provide better protection than a handful of sentries. Okay, who should I ask for about Jordan? Start with the sentries. If he was indeed kidnapped and carried out of the village, then one of them must have seen or heard something. You can also ask the residents and your companions. A few gawkers have already gathered here, so you can start with them. Alright, no wonder your hut doesn't have a locked door. This is a quiet village where everyone knows each other, or at least it was that way until you arrived. It was then, by a strange coincidence, that our coins and a small something. You think we're thieves? Not you and your brother, because I know you and you trust you, but I can say the same for the rest. Alright. Why do you think my companions are behind the break-in? Isn't it obvious? Most of them look like a bunch of crooks and there is a trouble in their eyes. And why will someone destroy your hut? I'm not stupid to keep all my savings in the hut. As soon as I learned of your arrival, I hid my hard-earned gold well, just in case. Even so, someone found my savings. What's missing? 2 of the pouches I kept for a rainy day are missing. Whoever it was must have known what they were doing. I have to go now. If you manage to find out anything, you'll find me with the Elder. I just hope I find Jordan safe and sound. I hope so too. Okay. That was fast. Remy. It will be simple to steal his purse. Forest berry, gold and raw sheep meat. I can't ask him about this stuff, so... You should have stayed in your miserable hole. Useless idiot. What should I know? It was one of you, I'm sure of it. Why would any of us be behind this? That's easy, the village was peaceful until you, the troublemakers and scoundrels, showed up. Yesterday a man named Fabio beat up one of our guys at the inn for simply staring at him. Moron would have killed him if not for the quick reaction of one of the sentries. Why would one of us kidnap one of our own? It doesn't add up. Well, damn you, that must have some deal with the bandits. There are only honest people living in Silbach and I hope it stays that way. Right, another idiot. Okay. Can I ask you a few questions? Usually I'm the one questioning others, but go ahead, what do you want to know? Have you seen Jordan anywhere lately? The name doesn't tell me much, but I think I saw him with you as you walked down the road towards the vineyard. Why do you ask? It's my brother, I came to the village with him recently. At the time of the break-in, he was staying at the hut of Kurt, our uncle, and all indications are that he was kidnapped. Kidnapped sounds pretty unlikely. I also find it hard to believe, but the facts speak for themselves. I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. I can promise you that I will let you know if I find out anything about your brother. However, if there is indeed a kidnapping, I'm afraid only the city guard can help. Alright, what do you know about the break-in? Not much more than you, I assume. I only came here after Victor called me. Talk to him, maybe he will have something more to say about it. Thanks for the information. I heard what happened. I feel for you, I really do. Thanks, but instead of sympathy I could use some information. Do you know anything more about the break-in? Some time ago, Kurt came to me and asked for a spirit tea. He said the Jordan has gotten worse and was delicious again. I asked Marta to prepare the brew and went to check out how your brother was doing. Kurt entered the shack first as soon as he crossed the threshold, and he started cursing left and right. You didn't see anything suspicious? I don't think so. If it was a kidnapping, then this person had to know what they were doing, and I'm pretty sure it was an outsider. It's not secret that the locals don't like us. You don't suspect any of them? We have a few people here who give us trouble from time to time, such as Rick or Otto. The people in the village are rather quiet. They often have people from the city visiting you. Quite often, or at least it was until the recent downpours. Now it's a little less frequent. The trails have become dangerous. If I were you, I would talk to the sentries. If it was a visitor, they must have seen him. Thanks for your help. I know it's not much, but if you still need anything, look me up. Okay. Farmer Rupert. So, do you know anything about Jordan's disappearance? All I know is that he disappeared and Kurt's hut was trashed. I came here as one of the last. Have you seen someone suspicious lately? Most of the locals look at me with suspicious eyes, if that's what you mean. But if I had to bet on who might have been behind break-in, it was Fabio. Why do you think that? You could tell he wasn't too fond of your brother from the start of the trip on the ship. He was staring at him like he was going to murder him. Besides, unlike you, Fabio doesn't have an uncle here to get him everything he needs. Thanks, I'll talk to him. Interesting. Ah, he's got an apple. What a rich person. Have you seen a bald, muscular guy anywhere? Is it one of yours? Yes, that's my brother. He's missing and I'm looking for anyone who knows anything about him. Missing? Nothing, and nobody goes missing in the village. Knowing you're strangers, he's probably slept in where he shouldn't have slept, and stealing supplies from honest people. So have you heard anything about Kurt's break-in? Breaking into Kurt's? First I have heard of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of your strangers was behind it. Ever since you got here, you think you're entitled to everything. Get to work like decent people. Okay, I can't steal from him right now. Later then. Have you witnessed anything suspicious recently? Why? You joined the guard and you are taking me for a questioning? My brother is missing, I need information. John is missing? Now that's... I'll bet the scoundrel Fabio was behind this. Thanks for the advice, I'll talk to him. Alright. From you too. Did you hear about the break-in at Kurt's house? Kurt, your uncle? The same. First I have heard of it, but I saw him at the inn quite recently. He was all nervous. He must have been pretty upset about the break-in. He ran behind the counter for something and left with Victor. Did you see where they went? I have no idea. It was late and starting to rain, and I only passed them on the way to the inn. Do you remember anything unusual about that night? Actually, it was an evening like any other, well, except maybe for that downpour. I went for a walk, but as soon as it started pouring, I went back inside to warm up by the fireplace. Thanks for your help. Okay. Simple. Perennial Raxos wine and lockpick. Not bad. So, my boy, do you know anything about Jorn's disappearance? Is that the bald-headed wise guy lost? Looks like someone kidnapped him. Good for him, maybe he finally got a solid beating from someone for his constant yapping. We have been at odds with my brother since the beginning of our journey, which makes you a prime suspect. For your information, I had nothing to do with your brother's kidnapping. Why would I do that anyway? That's true, I never liked him, but I had no reason to kidnap him. Alright, maybe he's right. I can steal from you though. Potion of Martha stew. Has anyone from outside the village looked in here lately? Yeah, a whole bunch of strangers came in from the coast recently, and besides us, I haven't seen anyone for a week except for one merchant. Tell me more about this merchant. Her name is Petra, and as far as I know, she belongs to the guild. She sells a variety of goods from cloth and weapons to herbs and spices. Unlike the traders from in the city, her prices are extremely attractive, so if you want to save money, you should talk to her. Alright, where can I find her? She spends most of her time here at the inn. She said something about no prospects and an imminent return to the city, but if you hurry, you might still catch her. You know, my brother is missing. All I know is what Victor told me. You should talk to him about it. I already talked to him. I was hoping to learn more from you. I'm sorry, boy, but that's all I know. That's all I needed to know. Alright. But I want to steal from you. Wait a second. Simple. Fat chunk, meadow berries and gold. Not much. Nearly impossible. I have a few questions. And I have to work to do. Goodbye. It's about Jorn. Are you deaf or dumb? I said I have to go to do. Goodbye. That bitch. Hey you. Simple. Swamp Feet. Pastor mentioned that you had recently arrived in the village. And you're a trader. That's right, what about it? My brother went missing recently. Did you see anything suspicious? Kidnapping in Silbach. Nothing ever happens there. It's probably the most boring place on the whole island, or at least it was until now. I'm sorry, boy, but I just got to the village and I was tired, so I went straight to bed. You'd better question the locals. People in the village see a lot more than they want to talk about. Thanks for the advice. Come back to me in a while and maybe you'll be interested in some of my goods. So what kind of goods do you have? I'm currently taking a small inventory of my goods, but I can offer you this awesome chain armor. It's perfect for fighting off wolves, scavengers, and it can also protect against the blades of furious competitors. Alright, how much? 500. Not bad though. Have to get the money though. I see they treat you well here. As an old merchant, I still have some personal charm in me. I can negotiate, but I won't live long on credit. Maybe that's a good thing. What are you going to do now? That's a good question. A parent's job is to take care of their children. I failed to take care of her life, so now I will at least see to it her grave is not unattended. I have to get myself some work to pay for all the expenses. I would love to get back into trading, but I don't know where to start. Maybe I could help you. If you hear of any opportunities, please let me know. Have you heard anything about the Kurt's break-in? Who? Kurt? I don't know anyone like that. Alright. Polus.